Hello and welcome back to MMMcast or Cast. That was better. I didn't hear Jared though. Be better. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Tonight we're going to be doing two games for you. First one is going to be around 2 hours or so, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, and then the second is going to be after our 30-minute break around 8:30, and that's going to be Chronicles of Darkness. So jumping into 5th edition, why don't we pull it over to Hank and see if we can recap what happened last week.
Right, so the week before we had arrived in Sutton, and we had, according to Mark, way oversold ourselves as far as being the nobility, which we actually didn't sell ourselves as nobility. We just said that Gimbal was a high mage from Ashar, and we were his right now.
We introduced me as a lord.
Yep.
Right.
And high mage in Ashar is definitely nobility.
Word. Okay. Well, yeah.
Note
so we discovered that later on.
Next time.
Right. We sent Sunflower off to go check on Maxwell because we hadn't heard from him, and he was meeting with someone, but it was nothing special. We established Dream and Bishop's ranks within Ashar's system, all that stuff. We went to a feast that had been thrown in Gimbal's honor at the Town Lord's house, where Gimbal and Bishop smoothed it up, and Dream ate a lot because she was excited for food. Dash and Rook hung out with the servants. We all really didn't learn anything much except that the city lord is kind of ignoring the kidnappings because he doesn't want to deal with it. If I remember, one did happen that same night, so the total count went up to 3, if I remember. Dash broke off, did some investigating, and got caught. So Gimbal had to come talk them out of killing Dash, basically, and we owe them 200 gold pieces because that's what Dash tried to steal. And then at the very end, Nicolette tested Gimbal to see if he actually was from Ashar, and he failed, but she kept the cover up. And
because she's
I don't remember if we found out why.
No,
we didn't find out.
She closed by asking us about it and making it clear that she knew that we were.
That's right.
Lying.
So that was really good. I think a few things you left out. So when we were leaving stream or end of stream, when speaking with Barrick Foregrave, he said that he knows about the child that went missing tonight, and he's sending Thaddeus, his hunter,
that's right,
same one that brought back the cattle bleepers for the feast, to go out and investigate. And he said he had a strong lead, so hopefully something's going to come of that. As you guys were leaving, Nicolette caught up with you as you were going down to the basement to release Dash, and that's when she said that she saved your ass, and we need to talk.
Also, the counselor for the church district approached Dash, saying he knew who we were.
And Milug is the actual counselor. He requested that you guys meet him for an audience at the Lazy Knave later tonight.
Yes, definitely. Yes. And we will be there.
And Rook is none the wiser of any of this.
Nope, because you're not there.
Well, it was a bad week for Rio in general because Raga was hooked up to a machine the whole episode. Rook was trapped in the servants' quarters the whole episode.
I mean, better trapped in the servants' quarters than stealing gold from desks and things.
And getting caught and almost dying. All right, so that's when we're open up. So as you are heading down the stairs, Nicolette excused the guards that were chaperoning you guys so that she can talk to you privately. As you're walking down, she kind of looks at you and says, "So, looks like I saved your ass back there. We definitely need to talk."
What would you like to speak about?
Yes, well, let's get your friend first, and we'll chat about it down here. She kind of ushers you guys through, closes the door down to the basement or down to the dungeon. Okay, ushers you through, and you see Dash in a cage, just kind of sitting down, minding his business.
Hey guys,
She throws a key to you, Gimbal. And who's there right now? Everyone but Rook, right?
Yup.
Okay,
Yep.
got it. She says, so I guess let's start with what you're really doing here and where you come from.
Okay.
So
we're
the
from.
way that this is has been framed is a little bit unfortunate. We do have a noble in our party. Unfortunately, a noble that is not quite comfortable being recognized as such. My valet is a noble of Osrin. He's a Greaves, Sir, as I guess presently Sir Godwin Greaves. We are presently on a search for the soul of my deceased mother, trying to travel incognito. Unfortunately, we made a major misstep here when we tried to assist one of your townsfolk in solving what was to happen, and assessed that having a noble in the group would hopefully clear some barriers in doing so.
And who was this person that you were trying to help?
We got
Maxwell.
a letter from.
Keep in mind, guys, we still don't know who tried to kill us outside of town.
Was Maxwell.
Maxwell. I don't know this name. All of that aside, why a Shar? Why position yourself as a head of a Shar? And the Greaves name, rest assured, I will be checking on that as well.
Please.
See if you're still lying to me. But what could give you the gall to parade around as a high mage in this city?
No, honesty, it wasn't a plan for us to do that other than we didn't want to pay that much for the inn.
She kind of lowers her head.
I don't know if it was paying that much for the inn that was the question, but a coin was flipped and the high was added to the name at the wrong moment. The effect was much higher than intended.
Well, I had a bit of a favor to ask you, but I don't know if now hearing your story, if you're really the party for it.
Well,
if it needs to be killing something, we'll be fine.
I mean, I am still a decently powerful magic wielder. I am just from Osrin and not a Shar.
We're not completely fake. I mean,
And what is your specialty then?
Well, normally it's sneaking, but apparently I had a bad day.
So sneaking and lying are two things that you are not very good at.
Well,
I
didn't lie once I got caught.
What do you know about our city?
Primarily what we've
Very
been
little.
informed of by Maxwell. We know that your city is governed by a council, that the council is split into disciplines and specialties, that children have been going missing at a fairly regular interval within the town, that this is not the first time that has occurred. We know that you've been largely shut off from trade, aside from the dwarves. Your position on the coast is one as enviable for shipping in better times.
Well, calling the council a ruling council is a very interesting definition of the word. Most decisions are made by Foregrave solely. Most of us are here as just a face, I suppose.
Okay.
So, yes. Now, that's where you might come in. You see, the trade here is restricted to Dagledorn Keep, and they, for lack of a better word, have been shafting us for many years on what we can trade and the money at which we are given for that trade. Now, since Beric is in their pockets, there's not really much change that's happened, so my request from you is to stop that. Maybe find something that would disallow Beric to continue his rule of the city or find me something that I could perhaps bribe the good Lord with to make these deals a bit better for my people.
And are you at liberty to
Now-
tell us who your people are?
Well, I am in charge of all of the merchants in this city, so take your pick.
So you want us to semi-overthrow your government?
Yes, but, and she looks at you, Bishop, I would steer clear of killing him. One, you'd have Helly to deal with, and I don't think a lot of you can handle her. And two, they would bring down quite a few soldiers from Dageldorm and lock down the city, which is something I do not want.
So neutralize him effectively.
Yes. Make him still the figurehead of power that he thinks he is, but take that power away.
So you, instead of you being the figurehead, he becomes it.
Yes. After a fashion. Now do this, and I will not tell Beric about your few lies, and we'll call it even. And you can even go about and do whatever it is you are doing in this city.
I mean, that sounds incredibly fair. We have a deal.
We have a deal.
I will. I'll go and
Okay.
unlock the cage to let him out.
Okay.
What were you going to say, Dream?
I was going to ask if I could let my companion out, but where's Rook?
We should probably gather our actual
Probably
noble from the
loud
servants'
somewhere.
quarters.
Perhaps.
So we will still, obviously we're going to need access to,
Well, you said you were proficient in sneaking.
well, yes, but what I'm saying is if we're going to be doing dealings here, we're going to need access to this keep or this house.
That is out of my hands. I have no pull over the guard here. They're all from Dageldorm Keep.
Do you?
No, what I'm getting at is you're holding up our ruse in the meantime so that we can still act as we have been.
Yes, I will not give away your secret, and you can act as any noble in the city would act, to a point. If there's a situation where I feel like it's going not as well as it could for me, please rest assured that I will tell Beric, and it will not be very pretty for you.
Might
So
I ask, do you have any semblance of a lead to begin from? It seems like you have suspicions.
Well, let's just say Beric spends an awful lot of time in his study. Perhaps there's more to that room than what meets the eye.
That's a good lead.
Fair. All right. Well, there is not else either of us can give each other for this evening. Perhaps if you find any other leads, you can pass them along and we'll do the same.
Yes. Please, after
You know
you.
where to find us. And I'll lead out.
Okay. Oh,
I
and
grab all my
do
stuff, of course.
be prompt and meet Thaddeus tomorrow morning. We wouldn't want to break down our little ruse before it's begun.
Of course not.
As you guys kind of are shepherded out
Merchants
of
and
the dungeon.
spies.
Did you get into the
And-
study before you were caught?
Ushered down through to the mess hall. What were you saying, Bishop?
Well, I was just asking Dash, did you get into the study before you were caught, or do we still have to figure out where that is?
No, I got in there, but I didn't search it a whole lot.
And you three were in the study too, talking to Beric.
And I didn't think anything of it.
So we know where it's at.
Just the physical location. Valet, we are ready to depart.
So you're entering the mess
Yes.
hall now? Is
Yep.
it? Am I back in? Okay. So Rook is standing on top of the tables with two hunks of meat holding them kind of apart. So there I was, holding the Zorn's mouth open and breathing fire down into its gullet, while my allies, struck at it from every angle. And then we destroyed it and realized that it was the cause of the missing gold.
And stepping into the room, I will announce with enhanced vocals from Prestidigitation. And who was it that gave you the fire?
Some wizard that we had met up with.
Mage hand smack.
Yeah, say I will. I'm gonna.
Because this was before I was in your service, my lord. Back when I was a rebel-rousing young, much younger, much adventurer.
So like 20 years ago?
Can I manifest Tensor's floating disc under him?
I'll allow it.
Okay. As he says that, I will just kind of wave my hands in the air very dramatically, much more than I need to, and manifest the disc just under his feet, popping him up from the table, and then I will wave my arms and move him out from the table to the room as the disc follows us.
All right, my friends. I will meet you on the morrow, and we will have more tales of daring battles.
And the door swings shut.
In the room, there's maybe 7 or 8 people, all of whom, except for one, are just kind of like ignoring you guys and having their own conversations. But one on the table, just listening up at you intently.
I blow that one a kiss and a wink just as the door closes.
She gladly takes it.
Oh, God.
What's the big deal? I was in the middle of telling them the story of Blue.
Is anybody else around us?
Right now, servants here and there cleaning up. So it's probably not the best idea to talk outwardly about it.
Valet, I was ready to leave, and at that kind of decision, we leave. I will just march forward with the tensor floating behind me.
I sit cross-legged on the disc with my...
In timeout.
As soon as we get out of the keep and into a private area.
Making sure to get the weapons from...
Yes.
From the front,
thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll say you guys are in a relatively private area. There is a fountain towards the middle of the town, and at this point, it's close to maybe 11:30 at night. So there's not really anybody around.
Perception?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nat 20. That's fun. First roll of the night. Nat 20.
You actually, with that Nat 20, you don't see anybody around. You are pretty free and clear at this point.
We have been found out, and I had to let the merchant lord of the town know that you are a noble yourself.
What?
Yeah. We don't have to tell anybody else. She's the only one that knows, but we do have to blackmail the city lord for
her. I'm sorry, what? How did you go from eating dinner to having to blackmail a lord of a town that we've never been to?
We put high in front of my title.
I also got caught sneaking around.
Well, I mean, if you just got caught sneaking around, at least you didn't take anything.
Sure, yeah.
He took 200 gold.
Not at all.
Oh. Well, that at least compensates us for some of the cost of the dresses.
No, we have to pay them 200 gold.
So essentially we're now negative on this quest.
Essentially.
Yeah.
And we still haven't found the children.
And we got a side quest that we're going to get killed if we don't accomplish.
More importantly, were you guys eating cataplepis in there? Because it smelled amazing.
It was subpar cataplepis, yes.
Maybe I could get a job at the keep as a cook.
You probably could.
Might not be a bad idea.
It would get you in the door. We have a meeting, though, to attend. I believe immediately.
Yeah,
Well, then,
back in the inn.
hey, Master Wizard, as he still sits on the tensor's disc.
I dismissed the disc. And shall we away then?
Yep, you away to the Lazy Knave. As you enter the tavern, go ahead and make perception rolls for me.
Can I just use the nat 20 from before?
Nope.
Should I roll a perception?
You know, the one that didn't matter?
If you'd like.
Nat 1. What? That sucks.
22.
10. I think I 13 or 11.
My nat 1 makes for
13.
a 2.
22.
Yeah.
18. So 18 and 22 were the highest.
Okay. As you walk into the bar, 22. So Hank, you do see at the bar the same gentleman that kind of sneakily spoke to you in the restroom, and he sees you. He kind of like lifts his glass to you and makes a motion with his head to go upstairs.
Do I feel like he's saying that like all of us should go upstairs?
Mm-hmm.
We should go upstairs, I think.
Okay.
We don't have rooms here.
Dash, we were doing that
Well,
anyway.
just what?
We were doing that anyway.
I don't know if we're meeting in a tavern. Like,
So as you make your way upstairs, you see not really anything out of the ordinary. You can go to your rooms, but nothing crazy up here right now.
I don't see that guy anywhere.
Mm-mm.
I'll go to my room.
Okay,
Well, because we
And you
got
have
2 rooms,
2 separate rooms, right?
and they're gigantic.
Okay. So as you go into your room, Gim, go ahead and make a perception for me.
Oh, Lord, let's see how this one goes. That is
Like
a
maybe
9.
Dream should be in a room since they do the least amount of sleeping.
So as you walk in, you don't notice anything. You sit down on the bed. You kind of like start maybe even taking off these fancy clothes and going into something a little bit more comfortable. And you hear a sorry to disturb you, but I believe we had a meeting.
Oh, my apologies. Is there anybody with me? Is it just me?
We just had Gimple walk into the room, so I don't know.
Excuse me just a moment. I'll go out into the hall and be like, we should all have a conversation before we go to bed. Yes, please. Conversation.
I go in the room.
Gimble, you've been exceptionally needy.
Conversation.
Hey, someone else gets to be needy occasionally besides you, okay, Rook?
When have I ever been needy?
Mage hand to grab his ear and drag him. Slam the door.
As you were all dragged into the room, you see the same gentleman that the 4 of you saw in the study, in Barrick's study, a half-orc, kind of bookish, kind of the same like gray to greenish tint in skin that you know is normal for a half-orc, has a kind of a book open in front of him, looking up at you. So you're the ones that Maxwell hired.
That we are.
Doing a great job so far.
Yes,
Well, you're the ones that Maxwell swindled, if that's what you mean.
Well, you'll still get your money if you complete the contract. For his actions, I apologize, but I'm not sorry that you're here right now. The whole act with being Lords of Ashar, maybe I wouldn't have done that, but hey, I'm not telling you how to do your job. So, but what do you know about the missing children so far?
God damn. Everyone knows.
That
They're missing?
they are missing and that Barrick wants it solved, which was a surprise.
Eric's full of shit.
He says he wants it solved.
He never sent Thaddeus out before tonight. I believe that's a factor of maybe your involvement. He never sent anyone or any forces to investigate these missing people.
So odds are we're going to probably walk into a trap tomorrow. Is that what you're thinking?
Or your being here has prompted him to actually take action, which hopefully.
It's times like this that I miss killing cataplebuses, man.
I do have a bit of a... Okay, this is a little off topic, but I promise we'll get back to it. How do you feel about Nicolette?
She's trustworthy to a point. Really only has one thing on her mind. She wants to make Sutton kind of the new capital beyond the Titan's gates. Frustrated with the deal we have with Nageldorm Keep. That's about it. Why do you ask?
She just was very aggressive this evening, and I'm not exactly sure the reason, but it was something I was hoping to get a local's reading on, that's all. Not unpleasant.
I mean, her, like many other of the nobles, she doesn't care about anything that's going on within the city other than the trade. So I don't think she would be an ally in trying to find out what happened to these children.
Good point. Well, that is what we're here for.
That's fantastic. So what leads do you have?
We've been here a day.
Yes.
Had to attend a fancy dinner party, so I mean that took.
Well, I figured that was all part of your plan. You are professionals, right?
Really, all that we gathered was
definitely.
that the city lord is incompetent. That was the primary of that, unfortunately. We were hoping that there would be
We
somebody...
had to eliminate him as a suspect.
There's that as well.
And by definition, we are professionals because we are getting paid to do this. So
We were hoping that perhaps
Right.
there would be more of interest that we had not seen at this dinner, but there was nothing. There was very little.
Yeah, I don't imagine you'd find anything here with the nobility. They very laissez-faire about the lay people in the town. I hear when I was briefly invited to the meeting that you will be accompanying Thaddeus on a hunting trip. Is that correct?
Yes.
Supposedly.
That is correct.
Okay, so
On the morrow.
this thing that has stolen these children is not a beast of any kind, unless you know of a beast who can pick locks. So I would be wary of maybe the track you're going down.
What do you think it is if not a beast?
That I don't know. I assumed it was a man of some kind, but at this point, there's really no telling. I interviewed everybody in the church district, and no one knows anything. It seems that these children just disappeared without anybody knowing.
There's no connections that we can see between the children.
And there were no...
Sim-
Oh, please.
similar ages to two girls and a boy, different families. One of them was actually an orphan. No major links between them.
So it seems that the only connection would be their age and nothing else.
Yes.
And you said it can pick locks, so there was no signs of forced entry in any of the homes?
No signs of forced entry.
All of the kids were taken at the end of the night from their beds.
That's, yes. I mean, it seems like they were put down by the parents in 1 minute, and then in the morning they were gone. Parents don't have any recollection of hearing noises or anything in the house.
Do all the children come from magic using families or non-magic using? Is there any connection like that?
Not that I know of, no.
They're all poor in the church district, all right?
Yes.
any form of evil entity that it wouldn't be human would most likely not care which side of the class they come from. So the fact that it's only a church district does makes me think that it probably wouldn't be anything. I get the vibes that it's something from the upper class, even.
Well, regardless, we can't do anything about it tonight since there's already been a kidnapping. Can you show us where it was? Maybe we can get something off the scene.
Sure, if you'd like to follow me.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, now it's about 12 o'clock, so there's not really anyone on the streets. Are you kind of just walking over there? Are you sneaking over there? What's your thought process?
I mean, everyone knows that we're in town investigating, so there's no real need to be sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. As you head over, he takes you to...
Are we on roll 20?
Yeah. Oh, no. Takes you to this house here.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm still...
A house, as you enter in the church district, towards the left, one of the first houses. This is where Selma was taken, the first child, 3 weeks ago at this point. But please, anything you can glean from the scene, it's all yours.
No, the most recent one, the one from tonight.
Oh, he takes you over to this one here. More recently, Cora Vosk is the one that was taken. Her family is not currently at home. They are giving testimony, I guess, to the guards. So the scene is free and clear, whatever you need.
All right, Magic Man, let's get going. Yeah, you're the one who can see magic stuff.
I will cast Detect Magic. And I'm going to do that as a ritual.
Got it. So 10 minutes, right? Take the better part of 10 minutes casting the spell, laying everything in place. Once it's cast, you see kind of this invisible force echo through the house, almost like radar. And the normal pings you would see is kind of a faint blue glow on anything magical. As it echoes through the house, you don't see anything.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. No magical residue at all.
All right. Can I make a survival check to look for tracks?
Sure.
And I'll go to the child's room to see if there's anything more there.
Make an investigation first, Rio.
But I'm not as good at that.
You have to know where to look first.
Well, that was a 15.
On investigation?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not bad.
It would have been a 20 if it had been survival, though.
You do see faint imprint of boots in Cora's room towards the window. Not enough to kind of form or kind of follow the tracks, but you definitely see boots.
I'm starting to think this isn't a creature at all.
I'll do an investigation check of, mostly just the kid's whole room and the window to see, it was picked, right?
Go ahead.
Look here, boot prints.
Investigate outside the window.
Sure.
Investigation check. That's a pretty good roll.
And the Detect Magic has no, looking at where the boot prints actually are, it has no ping on them. Okay.
19. No ping. 19. As you look closer at the window, you do see the telltale signs of lock-picking tools. You see kind of very faint, minute scrapes on the lock where it seems like whoever was getting into it was trying to find purchase on the lock. But you can't tell when it was picked, but this lock was definitely picked.
Mm-hmm. And then nothing else around in the room.
What are you looking for? Anything specifically?
Anything that seems kind of out of place, because like this is a child's bedroom, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so like I'll kind of just go through the motions, look around, see if there's anything that doesn't belong. Like a small piece of paper, maybe drop something, a button.
Go ahead and make another investigation towards the bed.
6.
6? Nothing.
This is a room.
Dash, what'd you get outside?
I got a 20 for outside.
So you do see the faint footprints of someone approaching the door, and footprints of them leaving.
Now, can I make it survival?
Yeah, you can pull you out and make a survival check. Go ahead.
Can I do one as well?
Yeah.
Guidance. I forgot to do that.
Do it on Rado because he's got a better score. Probably.
Guidance.
Guidance.
Okay, so that's 17 plus 5 plus 2, which is
24.
24.
Yeah, I mean, to you, it's pretty plain as day. You can see the tracks themselves head northward towards the forest.
To be clear, we grabbed our weapons and such when we went back to the room.
I would assume you did, yeah.
Okay.
I don't need those.
So choices
your couch.
for Thaddeus tomorrow, or we can just go now.
Let's do it now.
Why not
It's
both?
fresh.
I mean, I have the trail, so it would make sense.
Let's do it.
Keep it leading. Guidance.
Now we have another chore to accomplish. We need to get one knocked out.
Well, this is part of the main reason we came, right?
If we
Yeah.
could get paid by this guy, couldn't we just leave town and go back to our country where they have no say over us? Oh
Yes.
no, because somebody gave my real name to the Nicola person.
That's also true.
But what's she going to do?
I don't know. Get us extradited for crimes?
Or hung.
So what are we doing?
Well, we're
Or
going
trail.
to the woods.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
as you...
if Barrick wants Thaddeus with us, that still means that Thaddeus could cover up something if we found it. So if we go without him,
Yeah.
we can either A, seem more competent if we need help,
Mhm.
or B, circumvent it entirely and, you know.
Let's see.
Plus, I don't know if I can get another 17 on a survival roll tomorrow. So,
Okay. So based on your survival roll, you're able to follow it into the woods. And you're able actually to move in maybe a mile and keep tracking it. At one point, the trail does pass through a creek. At that point, I'll need you to make another survival roll.
Guidance.
Every time you
Okay,
roll
everybody.
survival, you take 1 point of
Moment.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
all right. So that's 16 plus 5 plus 2. So 23.
Okay. At that point, you lose the trail.
What?
Yeah, you go on the other side. You take the better part of maybe 30 minutes or so trying to find it again. And yeah, the trail is gone. And you went specifically north, and based on your survival rolls, you were going north and heading eastward. So maybe half a mile north, and then you went straight east.
Okay. Wait, no, they're not. Okay. Coulter, you don't happen to have like locate object or anything in your repertoire, right?
I don't.
You do have Philip with you, though, right?
I could send Philip forward. We could send Philip and Sunflower in different directions.
Send them around. Just take a quick look. We could all do a quick check around the area, see if there's anything strange within a good quarter of a mile to half a mile radius of this place.
I'm fine with sending them on.
Or
a
we could
mission.
follow the creek back if they use that as a distraction.
Are you guys doing that? Are you all splitting up?
I
Yeah.
assume we'd be doing the buddy system at least, and
Okay.
not be too far from each other.
Okay. Who's buddying up with who?
I guess we go with trackers and non-trackers. So me, Hank, and who has the next best survival/investigate.
Well, so
So one of us has to find one anyway.
So let's say two groups.
I have an amazing
right?
investigation. I do have no survival.
I have 1 survival.
I have 1 survival, 8
I'll go with-
investigation.
Well, seeing as there's only 3 directions on the other side of the river, why don't we take 3 parties, me on my own, Dream and Gimbal, and then Hank and Jared.
I'll make sure you have the sending stone thing that we have, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys are going through first, and let's say that at one point this is the river, right? River breaks it up. On the other side of the river, you have north or east or northeast or northwest. So we'll say, Rook, you're taking northwest,
Yeah.
and then we'll say Gimbal and Dash north,
Okay.
and then, Dream and Bishop northeast.
Mhm.
So for northwest, Rio, go ahead and make a survival.
Well, that's an 18 plus 5, so 23 again.
Yeah, I mean, I would say you're out there for 45 minutes and can't find anything. You're going maybe quarter to half a mile away and coming back a different direction to see if you can catch anything, and there's nothing. North, what are we doing? Same thing?
Oh, have you checked that tracks?
I think
Am I with-
so. I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we would do.
So
Unless
go
Hank,
ahead
you
and
have another thought?
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I said I think doing the same would make the most sense unless you had another thought.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would say roll survival unless you can justify rolling investigation.
We lost the
Gimbal.
tracks already, right?
Yep.
Can we both roll survival then?
20.
10.
10. Okay. Same situation. You maybe go 3/4 of a mile out, spread out and fan out and come back, and you can't pick up any kind of trail. You see a few game trails, but you don't see any actual like tracks like you did before.
Okay.
And last, northeast, last chance. What do you got?
Ooh, 20, dirty 20 for survival.
What does that come out to? Dream.
It's a 19 plus 1.
Oh, dirty. I thought you meant a natural 20. I'm sorry. That was my fault.
I got 22.
22. Yeah. Same idea. Not able to find any tracks.
Wah wah.
You guys doing anything else?
For that too, and it was nothing.
You guys doing anything else while you're out with each
Let me
other?
double check because I might have messed up my roll.
I meet up with the others.
I'd want to have Philip
Can
do
I-
like an overhead just to like see if there's anything he sees as he like goes around full.
Yeah.
Okay. What's it? Does it say his visual range? How far he can see?
That's a good question. Let's find out.
Oh,
Dark vision,
visual.
120 feet. So
Okay. He flies up. Go ahead and make another investigation.
okay.
Or make an investigation.
Okay. With mine or with his, or he has perception, I have investigation. I don't know.
If you are
use his
in
eyes.
his, then it's going to be his investigation.
If I'm using his eyes,
Yeah.
he does not have an investigation. So this is
Let's flip that then. Yeah. So, because it makes sense that you would be trying to pick stuff out because it's your consciousness. So you're investigating.
Yeah.
What's that?
12.
12.
Nope. Gosh.
All just trees from what you can see.
I have a +8. So
man.
frustrating. Okay. I'll bring Philip back to my shoulder.
Okay.
It's okay, bud. We'll find him next time.
Should head back and meet up with everyone else, but I didn't find anything. At least we'll mark that this is where the track left before, and we could try again with Weird Hunter Man. If he can't get us to this point, then something's wrong.
Okay.
I'll leave like a marking of some kind, basically. I guess like just not anything too like just prevalent, but you know, like probably a little bit higher on top of a tree towards like the other side of it, a small little cross or something.
You're gonna climb a tree?
Not really climb. I'm just gonna get my sword and point up a little high, just kind of mark it.
Okay.
Not anything too ridiculous, but just a little something so that if I were to come back to this spot, that's my spot.
Okay, got it. Anyone else doing anything?
I would like to try something.
Sure.
So before I meet back with the others, I kind of sit cross-legged, and I'm going to try and picture that mountaintop where I talked to Ilmater.
Okay. You sit there. Are you saying anything or just picturing the mountaintop?
I kind of go, hey, big guy, there are children suffering in these woods, and it would be great if I had some guidance so that I could, stop that at some point.
Okay.
We get further drawn into these games that these nobles are playing, which will surely lead to more suffering. I'm 100% positive of it.
As you're sitting there and kind of closing your eyes, and like a little while goes by, and like in your mind, you're like, this is stupid. Like he's not going to. As you open your eyes, you see in front of you kind of a smaller bush, and that bush lights on fire.
Oh, crap. I start kicking some dirt on it.
Yep.
Ilmater? I whisper to the bush.
You listen to the bush. Nothing.
I don't know what burning bushes mean.
What?
Do you think it's saying like that's the right direction, or you don't think it's that clear?
Make an
That
insight
makes
check.
the most sense.
Sure. Make a godly insight check.
Would there be a religion
21.
check?
21. You get the distinct feeling that this is a clue to something that might save you in the future, or might help you in the future.
Okay. Burning bush. All right.
You feel like with a 21, because that's a pretty good roll, you feel like the fire specifically is what it was alluding to.
Chlamydia.
Shush, inner voice.
All right. And as you rouse yourself from that situation, we'll flip over to Dash and Gimbal. What are you guys doing?
I think it's probably the time to turn around. I'm not sure what else to do.
I don't know either. I don't know how we're gonna. How do you find? I don't know.
I think that we should camp out here, all of us together, perhaps being in the forest overnight. That way we can meet earlier for Thaddeus, and then we'll be here if anything is to happen.
So you know that they specifically said to meet at Thaddeus's house, which is going to be on the east side of the city.
All right, that way we could see if anything happens overnight and then go meet Thaddeus at his house in the morning.
Or, I mean, we could camp out, and a couple people could go meet Thaddeus and on his way here.
I don't want to give them any more reason to be suspicious than they already have. I think it's best if we follow instructions.
Fair enough.
Lay low.
Technically, Thaddeus and the Lord are the only people in town who still believe that we're nobility, so we should probably play the part.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, I guess we should return then.
Yeah. Thanks for getting me out of that one back there.
Nothing that you wouldn't have done for me.
Very true.
I will.
As I meet back up with the others, I go, I think my God wants us to burn down the forest.
On the way back, I will reach up and as high as I can
That
reach.
doesn't sound like a very good idea.
I'll clap Dash on the back of a brotherly, we're in this together, bro.
A little lower back.
I know
a
it's
little bit
really
of button there.
it's basically his lower back, but it's what Gimbal can reach.
Do a little head pat.
He's 3 feet tall. He's not that short.
Still wouldn't be that high.
I'm like 6'4",
Oh, you're 6'4"?
something like
Elves are
that. Yeah.
tall.
I always thought Rook was much taller than you.
No, I'm a tall, lanky dude.
Excellent. So now back together.
All right. Yep, back together. So you all head back to the Lazy Knave. Are you doing anything on the way, or just heading straight over?
Oh no, I was going to stay out in the woods tonight.
Oh, okay. So Gimbal explains his plan to everybody. What do you do?
I think it would be better if we are where we're supposed to be. What if he's having the inn watched?
Well, I think it's explainable to say that we were attached to our duty. I think that is something that is very scholarly, to be as close to your work as possible.
I like the idea of staying out here.
How about this? Me, Dash, and Dream Raid stay out here. No, me and Dash stay out here, and the rest of the nobles go sleep in the inn.
I like that idea better because I do want to have someone out here in order to watch just in case of anything. But we got the nice rooms. We can't let those go to waste.
I suppose if we are in two places, we can get as much sight as possible.
And then just leave. I mean, I have the sending stone, and there we go.
All right. I'll take the other sending stone.
It's a sending crystal ball.
Yeah, we can send with the one stone to anyone. It basically is unlimited message, remember?
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
You're welcome.
We don't we don't have to pay for
All you're ever gonna get.
SMS anymore.
Oh no, you trip and it breaks. All right. So the plan is that Rook and Dash stay out for a watch, and then everyone else going back to the Lazy Knave.
Correct.
Okay. So as you head back, unless there's anything else you guys want to do, I'll say you get to the Lazy Knave with no interruption. Go ahead, Gimbal. You going to say something?
I'm checking rules real quick. I was going to cast them a Leomans before I left, but I don't know if there's
You have to stay within
I
it.
do have to stay with. Oh, I have to stay within it. Damn it. Okay.
Mhm.
I can't do that then. I'm sorry.
It's okay. The elf only sleeps for 4 hours, so we should be fine.
Elf?
So you make it back to the Lazy Knave, go into your rooms. You're a little bit more hesitant this time. You look around, make sure there's no one else hiding. No one in either room as you settle in for the night. Are you doing anything before sleep?
I will make sure the door is locked and put a chair up to the door.
Got it.
I will cast.
And I will make sure the window is locked. And I will have something making the door latch stronger.
If only somebody had a magic spell that alerted people to when people break in.
Yeah, that'd be handy.
I will.
I am also not planning on sleeping.
Oh, there's that.
So she
Either
gets to
way.
be with Gimbal to protect Gimbal, and I'll just make sure that I'm
Okay.
safe.
If the three of us go
Just
into
get the
one
butter
room, how about we all sleep in one room? I will put alarm on the door and cast Leomans in the room.
Are there multiple beds?
I think we had
In Leomans?
No.
I guess you can make it like a force shield,
Yeah,
right?
so we just
There's
the
2
beds
beds.
inside.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Call bed on my own.
I'm very small. I don't take up very much space.
Okay.
And Dream doesn't sleep, so.
Bring a comfy chair. Dream, are you okay with a comfy chair?
Sure. It's fine.
So, full rest with an alarm spell and a Leomans. This is the safest I've ever felt.
And a beholder comes.
Can you anti-magic ray a Leomans tiny hut?
I
Oh,
think
that's
so.
so sad.
Or is it?
All right. So as you cast your spells and go down to sleep, we'll pause and go back to Rook and Dash. What are you guys doing?
I mean, I will let him get as much meditation in before I have to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, so you take first watch for 4 hours.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception.
Oh, there's a flaw in our plan. 12.
12. Nothing out of the ordinary. You do see a few birds, like a pretty large group of birds, flying away from the east side of the forest, spooked by something, but nothing else. Dash, as you awaken to do your watch, are you guys doing anything, or are you going straight to bed? Rio.
I'm going to go to bed if Dash is awake.
Okay.
I have to go check on my dog, though, so continue without me, but I got...
Dash, I'd like you to make 2 perception checks for each watch. Hold on, I'll be right back.
We're all pausing momentarily because I also have to get my dogs inside.
Mine is right here.
Mine have been like incessantly.
Oh, little head shakes.
Mine are outside.
I don't have dogs. Sadly.
Hank's house has a doggy door, which they'll be very excited about.
Well, the thing is, you have to leave that secondary door open.
Yeah, which we're not supposed to do.
Right.
But also, I have very little dogs, so if I just leave that cracked, it won't block the
Well,
vent,
so
and they can
I found-
go in and out.
Remind me, I found a solution to it, and I'll
Thank
send it to you.
Good thing about moving into a friend's old house, they can tell you tips and tricks.
Sorry, I heard a loud bang and rushed out and found that my wife had pulled the blinds off because she's just too strong.
Too much muscle.
Jess is a beast.
Oh, Jess.
All right, so first perception check. What'd you get, Hank?
23.
23. That's really good. You don't see anything else but some game. So some deer, kind of same thing. Looks like they're running westward, spooked by something. Second one?
That was a 25.
Okay. At this part of the night, it's pretty quiet. Nothing else
Okay.
going on. You're here until you see kind of the sun slowly rise over the horizon.
Okay.
And we'll say at that point, Rook, you have a full rest and wake up.
So, are we staying here until they come back, or are we going to meet them, or?
Guess we didn't discuss that part, did we?
You do have a sending stone.
Yeah, I take out the sending crystal and be like, hello?
Good.
Is this thing on?
morning.
Who are you talking to?
Oh, I'm so sorry. They sent a message.
I'm assuming Dream, since I can be assured
Oh,
she's
sorry.
awake.
I was making coffee, or I was getting coffee rather. Where it's downstairs.
I'm currently just in bed.
Yeah, you get through the dream saying, good morning.
Good morning. Did you find the children?
No, but we needed to know what to do next. Do we stay here or do we come back to town?
What time is it?
At this point right now, it's like 5 a.m.
Oh, I asked Gimbal, should they meet us in town or should they come back
What time
here?
are we supposed to meet Thaddeus?
They
Right?
said they were pretty vague, and it said in the morning.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Oh.
if they'd like to come back, that's totally fine. We can all go as soon as they get here. We can all meet at Thaddeus, Thaddeus' house.
I think that's the way
Yes,
that would
come,
work. But you,
come to the inn. We will go to meet the Thaddeus together.
I take the precious sending orb and secure it safely in my pack.
make a dex saving throw.
So slippery.
Oof.
No!
All right, so you secure it in your pack and you head back into town. Unless you guys want to do anything else, we'll say you meet up at the Lazy Knave, getting ready for the day, kitted out in your war clothing. What do you want to do from here?
Go to Thaddeus' house, I believe. Anybody else?
Okay. So you head to Thaddeus' house, and his house is going to be, it was kind of a really simple wooden structure as you were entering the, who actually entered in the street? Did anyone enter in the street?
What?
Because I know some of you were coming in the, like, Bayside,
none of us came
right?
from here. No one came in from there.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? One of us did. It was Dash. He snuck in around to follow and watch from like the
That's
edges
true.
of the street in the woods.
So Dash, you notice that you're coming up on a simple wooden house that you passed as you entered the city a few days ago. Away from everything else outside of the city, next to this lumber yard here, pretty isolated. And as you walk up, you see Thaddeus stringing his bow, checking the fletching on his arrows, making sure he's ready.
Oh, so he's here.
Yeah, this is his house.
Okay, and what inn were we staying at here, right?
No,
Farther.
You're here, and
Okay.
he is here.
So we're gonna see him before. Rook, that's Thaddeus over there. Should we avoid him, or do you want to go meet up with him first, or?
I mean, the entire point was to meet up with him.
Right, but you seem to be very against the idea of him seeing us not with Gimbal.
You guys are all together.
Yeah,
I thought we
You made it back to the Lazy Knave, and
I missed that part.
What are
Sorry.
you talking about, Dash? We should all go.
I don't know if my
now.
audio
That's
cut out or
okay.
something. Wow.
No, you're good, man.
Okay, well then I tell everyone let's go over to Thaddeus then.
As you walk up, you see kind of a large gentleman, big, bushy, red beard, studded leather armor. Connected to that armor, you see a kind of a cloak and a hood that is kind of a deep forest green as he's fletching his arrow.
Salt of the earth.
What are you doing?
Good morning.
seemed a little cliched if you ask me.
Master Thaddeus?
Don't judge.
Yeah, so you the adventurers that are going out with me. Oh, I apologize. Hi, mage.
Oh, please, adventurers is
you-
more than enough of a title.
Okay. Are you the party that's hunting with me this morning?
We are.
All right. Well,
said
I
you
don't
found
know
something.
how much you know about our current predicament, but there was another child taken last night, and I was able to track him to northern easterly part of the forest. And I guess might as well get out with it. Have any of you fought an Oni before?
Oh, what?
An Oni.
Arcana check?
Don't believe we
Knowledge
have.
check?
Yeah.
So,
What would I? Is
What is
Arcana
this?
okay, or would it need to be animal handling, or what?
You could probably do Arcana.
I'm gonna do Arcana.
22.
Okay.
Double check my Arcana.
My colleagues did actually observe the disturbance from the easterly forest this last evening in the wildlife, I believe they said.
Well,
No. I was about it.
Someone's got some talking going in the
Yeah.
background.
Maybe a few years ago.
Oh, it's sorry. It's Ralph.
I was like, but what? No, we just did that.
So what was the question? Sorry. Gimble.
Oh, I just let him know that we had party members that observed a disturbance in the east of the forest, like he said. Northeast.
That's probably where we're going. That's probably where our quarry is. So
did we gain anything from the Arcana checks?
With your 20 Arcana check, and did anyone get higher than?
I had
20?
a 22.
Oh, 22. Okay. Yeah. You know that this entity is kind of has giant heritage related to the giants. Very feral, nasty creatures do have some spellcasting ability just innately in them. With your 22, you know that one of their more devastating spells is Cone of Cold. But this is definitely something that you don't want to get mixed up in.
What would a burning bush tell us about an Oni?
A burning bush.
Yeah, a valet. Tell him.
Is this a magic-y thing? Because I don't know.
It's probably magic.
More
Are
religious than
Onis
magical.
vulnerable to fire?
As far as I know, they are not vulnerable to anything.
Well, let's get out there.
Yeah. The cave where it's made its dwelling is, I would say, maybe a 4 to 5 hour trek from here. Be on the lookout, though, so there's no telling if it's active this morning. Do you all know how to sneak and be stealthy?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay.
Ruth kind of looks down at his body and goes, "Yes."
I am fairly
Pillar
small.
All right.
It's a little quick.
I have something that can help us. He kind of flicks his fingers, and you feel kind of a waft of magical energy go through all of you as you feel a spell take hold as he casts Pass Without Trace on everybody.
He's a ranger.
Mark, did you roll a druid?
God, no.
Mark hates druids. It has to be a ranger.
So what does that do for us?
So
Plus
it
10.
gives you a plus 10 bonus to stealth checks.
Yiggity.
And you can't be tracked except by magical means.
All right, I will stealth.
Okay, so everyone, as you depart, roll stealth rolls.
Can we do a group stealth?
Out of character, real quick, just amongst the players. Doesn't it seem odd that we couldn't track an impossible to track creature last night?
We didn't get. Oh, I guess we got 20s in the roll, so maybe I don't know. That is weird.
You did get it pretty far away, though. I mean,
Insight then?
to the river.
I would like to do an insight check on him.
On him? Go ahead.
Yeah.
It's probably best that we wait on that stealth roll.
You mean your insight check?
But guidance myself for that too.
I do insight.
Yeah, everyone who's doing insight, go ahead and roll.
18.
I have a 1 insight.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it.
Got it. Jared?
17 for both
Okay.
rolls.
Yeah, I mean, he is telling the truth. He is a very blunt man, telling it like it is, telling you kind of the survival rate, or from what he's seen of attacking an Oni straight on, is very low, and surprise is of the essence. So that's probably why he cast Pass Without Trace on everybody. But from what you can tell, yeah, he is perfectly truthful.
Is this the first
Also, I
time,
forgot
from what Maxwell told us, is this the first time this has ever happened in this town?
You can't really tell from Maxwell, because he started out by saying like people were like getting stolen every other day, and then it slowly went into that only 3 people, or 2 people at the time. Now 3 have been taken. You do remember him specifically saying or telling like a children's story that he heard when he was younger about a demon taking bad children. That's about it.
So Thaddeus, it sounded like in your town there was a popular tale of a demon stealing children. Is this? Yes, the demon of Sutton. That's a fanciful tale. It's based on the beast that Beric slain when he first came into power. Nasty thing. Definitely was not an Oni, but I actually haven't seen anything of its like since. It was ravaging the town, not taking anybody, but killing people in their homes. And Beric stepped up and, well, took it out. And that's what really garnered him a lot of popularity to become the town's lord. And
Hey, Mark.
Hmm?
Can I clock Thaddeus' boot print and see if it matches the boot prints I was following last night?
Sure. Go ahead and make a survival.
18.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. There was no real definition to them. You feel like whoever was sneaking around was doing a good job of it. You guys just rolled really well. But it's around the same size of boot print. Yeah.
Thaddeus,
Yes.
if we come across any traps in the Oni's lair, do you have the tools necessary for that? Our rogue got stripped of most of his possessions for his transgressions.
I don't have any kind of tools to disable a trap. No, I guess it depends on the trap. If it's a wire trap, a simple flick of the dagger would do.
I just mean,
what are you
like,
looking for specifically?
Or doors or something?
No, I typically stick to kind of my environment. Any points towards the forest.
and he makes a
I'll inside him on.
flower magically grow using
ahead.
druidcraft.
He takes an arrow to the throat and dies.
So that's an 18 plus 5, so that's 23.
23. Yeah, you get the hint that he is not telling the whole story. That
So I get that he
he's
might know his way around thieves' tools.
yeah, he's making a big show of being part of the woods a little bit too much. He's overplaying his hand a tad too much.
The first time that's happened this game.
He was there the entire time last night at the banquet.
Yeah,
No,
from what
he-
you saw, he was there the whole time.
But that doesn't match up with what he just said because he didn't recognize us.
So he was. I mean, he didn't really know you guys, right? But he was at the banquet because he was toasted by Forgrave and being thanked for bringing in the cattle bleepers. So
So it was
from
just
what you can tell, he was there.
on
Yeah.
your part that he didn't recognize us?
No, I mean, he wouldn't really recognize you, right? He didn't
He
actually
didn't
meet you
talk to
guys.
him.
And none of us are dressed in our finery anymore.
Yeah, and he did correct himself, right? When you guys walked up, he said, "Are you the adventuring party? Oh, sorry. Are you the high mage?" And he bowed.
So
So-
I put my hand into my pack, touching the sending stone, and then to Bishop specifically, I send the following information: boot prints, similar, ability to magically disappear from tracking, and definitely a knowledge of thieves' tools. Pass it on.
Without saying anything, I was kind of like, it does line up. Although you should continue to use the orb because I need to do hand signals and to point directly at the person to pass it around.
So I just kind of spread it around to everybody and get everyone's opinion.
Okay.
Awkward silence as everyone's kind of stares at us. We're talking in our
But you guys are supposed to be quiet anyways as you're
Tried to.
trekking through the woods.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should probably make our stealth checks at this point, right?
You guys just made them already, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
mine was
well,
a
I only
20.
I did
Oh,
disadvantage.
sure. Yes, everyone makes stealth checks plus 10.
I rolled a 7
can I roll a
plus
new
3
one?
plus 10.
Not a new one.
Okay, still a 17.
Okay.
Guidance myself and everything.
All right, Coulter, what'd you
I
get?
got a 7 plus 3 plus 10, so 20.
20. Got it. Rio?
A 1 + 2 + 10 is a 13. But...
Got it. Dream, what'd you get?
19.
19. Okay. And then Dash.
37.
37. All right. Yeah, you feel like for the most part, everyone is pretty stealth, and you don't know where Dash is. Dash took to the skies. He's like parkouring through trees. And as you're clanking through Rio towards the back.
What were you?
The spell is trying so hard to make me quieter.
It's like the spell's putting so much energy into yours that it's barely like affecting everybody else. Yeah, we'll say you guys get 2 hours.
Our apologies. Here is where the audio goes off the rails for the remainder of the video. You may wish to stop the episode here and pick up at the episode summary at the start of the next video. Thanks again for your patience.
In or so, and stop for a quick break, a quick water break, and rest. Is there anything else you guys want to do, or keep trekking along?
I'll just keep doing perception checks and looking and listening around for anything around us.
Okay.
Just in case
So-
anything strange happening there.
Thaddeus, were you there when Lord Forgrave defeated the demon?
Oh no, I was in town, yes, but I never saw the actual defeat of the demon or the creature, whatever.
Is there anyone that was with him, or did he defeat it on his own?
I believe Helly, his right-hand woman, she was there and helped him defeat it.
Do you know how he killed it?
First, we're hearing about him fighting some magical.
It is strange. It is not really discussed.
Well, it wasn't a magical creature from what we can tell. It was just some odd creature that attacked. But yes, this was about 10 years ago. I don't see why that is similar to this.
Oh, I wasn't claiming it was. We just thought it was strange that it hadn't been brought up to us as outsiders coming in. Usually when you come into a smaller town like this and the lord of the town has done something amazing, you get told of it immediately. It's a story that is told at your feast. It's just so strange that it seems to be kept under wraps.
Perhaps he was trying to stay humble for the likes of your lordship, but I'm not inside his head. I don't know why it was not brought up before.
I also clap Thaddeus on the shoulder and goes, "We're Bond brothers. I heard you took down a cat of Leapus. You must tell us the story."
Oh, yes. It was a little ways from here, actually, in the forest. But you took down a Catablebus by yourself?
No, as a group.
Oh, yes. Well, yeah, I was able to sneak up on it and set a trap for it, actually. And, yeah, that's that.
I made it believed it was encased in stone.
Oh, well, that's a way to do it, yes. I don't have access to those magics, unfortunately.
Yeah, to be honest, he went down like a punk, but we cheated. So.
Yeah.
What kind of trap did you set for him?
Just a simple hunter's trap.
Well, that's odd, because earlier I asked you about traps and whatnot. You seem to be mostly unaware of their function.
Well, hunter's trap is different from picking locks, which you were referring to.
I'm sorry. You must have misunderstood me before. I was asking about traps.
Yes, I'm proficient in traps. I am a hunter, so I know how to set them and lay them and where animals go to be trapped.
Oh, so we should lay a trap for this own creature then.
I don't think that's the best idea. Onis are very smart. I don't think it'd fall into a trap.
I mean, I've fallen into several traps, and I'm very intelligent.
Like I said, this Oni is very smart.
You hear hysterical laughing from the trees.
Yes, should I make like a bluff check right now to not laugh at this?
Yeah.
Nat 20.
performance check.
Amazingly. That was
Stone
wasted a
face.
nat 20 on this one.
Never laughed in your life.
Sipping your tea.
To be
He's
honest,
very
Gimbal does have a
intelligent.
lot of practice not laughing at things that
But if you'd like, we can set a trap for it at its burrow or its home. It's in a kind of a small cave outcropping where we're going. So if it's not in there, we could potentially set a trap for it, yes.
Fair.
So you were out in the woods last night?
After I heard of the child missing, yes.
Hmm.
It was almost before the feast ended. I was able to take some of the caterpillar kids, thank God.
I
So
heard
did you stop by the house of the one who was stolen?
Yes, and I tracked it to the east of the forest. I lost its track about maybe 2 miles in, but saw that some game was being spooked on the east and have a general idea of where to go.
Now, Mark, I didn't see 2 sets of boot prints, right?
You didn't, just the one set. Well, if there's no more questions and everyone's rested up, we should get back to it.
Yes. Would you like me to carry you, Daddy?
No. You should not carry people. That's very
I was
disrespectful.
specifically told that I should not offer to carry people who are small.
All right.
What are you going to say, Bishop?
I wanted to insight check him following tracks from there because there was only one set of tracks.
Go for it.
Insight, wisdom. 17. I've been rolling. It's 3 17s.
He was definitely following tracks.
Okay.
Okay.
What did we learn about Onis from your Arcana check? Did we learn anything else about them? I'm trying not to meta here.
I would say from his role, you can know pretty much everything that's in the monster manual.
Okay.
I did roll really
I
high.
touched the standing stone. Hey, Gimbal, can you detect magic on daddies real quick?
Oh,
Can I do it while we're stealthing?
Are you just casting the spell, or are you ritual?
I wanted to do it as a ritual, but I'll just cast the spell.
Okay. You're able to cast a spell.
Okay.
you could do it as a ritual while we were resting with the guys that you're going to keep it up so that as we're walking.
Well, because Onis can shapeshift.
Okay, I cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Using a spell slot, casting Detect Magic as you guys start to go again. You see that same jetting out of energy, the ripple of the spell going through everyone around. You see various magic items from the party. You don't see anything magical coming from him specifically, except for as it goes over his body, you see a ring glow, a bright blue.
What type of magic is it?
Oh, yeah, I can tell what type of magic it is, too.
What school of magic?
Yes.
Specifically?
Yeah. It is a abjuration.
Okay.
So it's not transmutation, so it's not shapeshift.
It's not shape shifting. It's not illusion for either. So this is probably a defense ring.
So as you guys begin to head out again, he will cast Pass Without Trace again, and everyone roll stealth.
There is no way. God.
Is that another one?
It was a 2.
You're getting better.
23.
23, Gimbal. Nice.
10 plus 3 plus 10.
31, Jared.
31.
What'd you get, Drake?
27.
All right. Dash?
38.
38.
Rook.
I also improved and got a 14.
14, Rook. All right. The magic is still more
Struggling.
towards you than everyone else.
I keep swatting at it because it's just muffling everything.
After another few hours, we'll say 3 hours or so this time.
What did Thaddeus get, Mark?
He got something really good. You don't hear him. You come to the tree line itself is getting a little bare, not as much tree cover. As you come to an opening.
We're on a map. This is official, guys.
I'm on a
Oh no.
Where are we at?
let's see. I don't have the super fanciness, and I don't have everyone being able to control by everyone.
That's okay. We'll make it work. I am trying to figure out where we are on the map before I transfer it over. Hello. That's maps.
No, that's a big dash.
Dash.
We're
Those are some
huge.
big
Bishop.
Oh, there's two of me.
Dream. And we'll say Sven is Thaddeus.
Mark, why are we so big?
No.
Give him a break, guys. He only had 2 weeks to prepare.
Very true.
Just see how much you prepared for World of Darkness.
That's
I'm
true.
always prepared for both.
World of Darkness never has a map, so Rio never has to worry about these complicated things.
Oh, mother. Okay.
I kind of like that we have a giant bishop.
I mean, isn't Bishop kind of a big personality?
Cool. We'll say you guys enter in from here, from the west. Behind this rock here, he stops everybody. Thaddeus stops everybody and kind of sinks lower and whispers, "There is the mouth of the cave, about maybe 20 feet inside to the left is where the creature makes its home. I will go in by myself stealthily unless anyone wants to follow to see if it's there. If not, we set the trap."
I'll follow.
Why don't you set the trap and we send Dash, since you're the trap master?
Well, I'm going in and I'm asking if anyone wants to follow.
I think Dash would like to follow.
Okay.
I literally
Got
just said I was going to follow.
All right. So as you go into, we'll say you. Oh, why is there a big bishop?
Oh, that's what we were asking about. Why is there a giant bishop here?
Bishop.
It's the guidance.
The Bishop is actually secretly the owner, so.
Plot twist.
Aren't they both blue?
So as you enter in, that's weird.
So, everyone having a good Tuesday?
And a day.
It's a very medium
It's on the
Tuesday.
jam layer. That's why.
Oh, there we go.
I just looked up what an Oni is, and they are pretty scary looking.
Very interesting.
Took me a really long time to figure out how to spell Oni, by the way. No thanks to any of you.
All right, you walk in and you see kind of straightforward here, and he probes you that to the left. You see kind of a pile of bones, and that's where he thinks that Oni was making his lair.
Okay.
Are they children bones?
Go and make a nature check.
I'm not there.
No, Dash.
16.
They are not children bones. They are animal bones.
What kind of bones are these?
With a 16, you can't tell.
I'm asking him. I want him to tell me what he thinks.
Oh, I don't know. It appears that it's a stag, maybe a deer of some kind.
So no children.
If he's not, maybe he's doing something else with them than eating. That'd be good for us.
Can we hear anything inside the rest of the cave?
Make a perception for hearing.
18.
18. It's kind of the same echoes of whatever a cave would sound like.
I asked him if he's explored the rest of these caves before.
I have not. I saw this was a Slayer and figured that I should go and get back up.
Okay, so what's involved with setting up this trap?
Yeah, I'll take care of it. As he kind of moves aside some of the bones he sets, you see pulling out of his bag kind of a pretty big bear trap, bigger than you've seen an actual bear trap. He opens it up, covers it a little bit, and he moves over. He uncovers a bit of it so you can see some of the metal. He moves over to the other side of the wall and sets a hand crossbow up kind of between the rocks, taking out some vial and squeezing it on the actual arrow tip, setting it up, sending a string, a very small string from the actual arrow top over and connecting to the bear trap. And you see him explain, like, so the bear trap, obviously, he's not going to fall for, so that's the feint. So once he discovers it and does what he does with it, then he'll get shot by the hand crossbow.
Which is poisoned.
Yes. Now, I don't know if it might be a good idea for us to stay inside of the cave, maybe in one of these small outcroppings to catch him as he goes down. And
thinking
do
that
our
might
worst.
be good.
So perhaps the party come in and wait in one of the caves for our trap to be sprung.
You have more of those pass without trace spells?
I have one more, yes.
Okay, because if we're going to be hiding, we're going to need all the help we can get with the clunky one.
Yes. Well, shall we go and hurry him in before he comes back?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I take a peek up here?
Go ahead and make a perception.
I do have dark vision.
Okay. How far?
60 feet. Perception, that would be dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Okay, guys, these are all the good rolls. I'm going to start failing all this crap now. That's what happened last time.
You see an overhang, maybe 10 feet off the ground. A really good vantage point to see like the Oni's burrow, so that might be a good place to hide. Yeah, you're able to see all the way down towards the back, and there's nothing there.
Okay. So I'd probably go, we go get the rest of the party.
Okay. Are you guys all heading in with them?
Yeah, I would go in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
If that's what we think is best.
If Gimbal or someone can like set alarm here or somewhere outside the cave, that way we know when the Oni's coming.
I'll set the alarm spell across the mouth of the cave, if that's an option.
Okay.
What do you guys think? Yeah?
Yeah.
So you set the alarm spell there.
I want to go underneath the overhang and have my bow ready.
Where's everyone else going? So this will be a harder stealth check since you're going to be pretty close to the Oni. But you can still definitely do it.
He's going to cast Pass Without Trace?
Pass Without Trace, yeah.
Okay.
That lasts up to an hour, so.
Could he... I'm just thinking mechanics wise, could he cast it as soon as we know that the Oni's coming? That way it's fresh then?
It's hard to tell when it's coming.
Well, I'm thinking with the alert spell.
Yeah, but at that point it would be
Still close enough.
too close. Yeah.
We put it closer to the mouth of the cave with the alarm spell. Or farther out even a little bit, maybe. No.
How does alarm work?
I think
So they pass a line, and either it could be fully audible or only in the caster's head.
And as if something moves?
Passes through it.
Choose a door, a window, or an area within range that is no larger than 20 feet cubed until the spell ends.
So
An alarm spell. Alarm alerts you whenever a tiny or large creature touches or enters the warded area.
so is the door larger
Decide
than
if it's
that?
inaudible or not. It is.
Onis are large.
It's 10 feet.
Okay, so I can set one across the door. I would make it just in my mind so I can just like signal to them.
Okay, so it's not super
Yeah.
obvious.
Because we still want it to go ahead and take the bear trap and get shot, hopefully.
Yeah. You see that he is going to. Thaddeus is going to situate himself there and see if he can blend in with kind of some of the shrubbery that's on the wall, giving him a better vantage point too. And we'll say here is the trap here, giving him a better vantage point to shoot the Oni once it comes in, or once it's triggered the trap, or in case the trap doesn't work.
Is this like a ledge up here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So 10 feet off the ground. Okay.
And then I was underneath it.
I would like
What's
to.
everyone else doing?
I would like to eventually join Rook, but I'd like to take a quick look over what's there really fast, quietly.
I want to be on the ledge as well.
Okay. You don't have much time, Dash, so I would say go ahead and make a perception check. Or, sorry, Bishop, not Dash.
Oh.
Gimbal, where are you going?
I'll be over, like, you said the trap is where that blue thing is?
Yes.
I'll go up with Dream and Rook, then I'm more ranged anyways.
Okay. We'll say you're, like, here to get vantage point, to be able to still cast spells.
But still hide.
Yeah. What'd you get, Bishop?
15. I have dark vision as well.
15 with dark vision. You see the cave itself going further in and stopping at a few walls, but you don't see anything else of note in here.
Okay. I will go back up to get back up over to here.
Troubling to anybody else that we haven't found a child in this cave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bones.
But they're animal bones.
Mhm.
So he will come over here because he has to cast Path Without Trace, so it has to be within 30 feet. And he'll say, okay, so I guess we wait here as long as we have to until the Oni shows up. Hopefully the trap works. If not, everyone ready whatever you can to do as much damage as we can on this thing before it catches us. So I'll cast the spell. It'll last about an hour. Hopefully it'll come in that time.
But where's the child, Thaddeus?
That I don't know, but taking this thing out is important too. Is everybody ready?
I didn't say check him. I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot of these.
Sure, go ahead.
$25, natural 20.
You see he's nervous. He's sweating a little bit. He's kind of, his voice is skipping a bit. You can't really tell if it's nerves in like trying to start a battle or what.
But he believes, like, he doesn't know anything about where the kid's at, and that he believes the Oni is the one doing it.
You can't tell that from that conversation.
Okay, never mind then.
I mean, regardless, I think helping take care of this problem will ingratiate us to the city lord,
Yeah.
which helps us achieve our other goals. So I think either way, this is important to do.
Yeah, but the city lord could still be the entire reason the children are missing. This is
He could be the Oni.
Yeah, but this helps us achieve our secondary
Well,
goal.
if the city lord's the Oni, then it's probably better that we do this because then Nicolette will just get what she wants anyways.
Right.
Yeah. But then he'd be the one telling this hunter to do stuff and we're trapped in a cave.
Well, then we just kill them both.
Is everybody ready?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I use the sending stone to send a message to the counselor, explaining what we're up to and what we're doing.
That might be too far away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys traveled about 5 hours at a pretty brisk pace, so I think you're too far away from the city.
It's a message spell.
Well, no, it's up
Yeah.
to miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's modified
Yeah,
message
it's a
versus like
stone,
sending.
but with, yeah. All right.
But he put a limit range on it because a sending stone orb that can be used forever would have been
Yeah.
Way too powerful. And you definitely would have broken it in the first episode.
Crazy.
So you feel that same pool of magic as you feel everyone kind of grow less prominent and more hidden. Everyone make a stealth check as he walks back over here.
I'm rolling so bad.
highly doubt you would have worse than me.
Did you do worse than you did last time?
No.
Okay.
I've got a +5 with the +10 and a D4.
What'd you
So
get?
what'd you get?
22.
Okay. Dream, what'd you get?
15.
Okay. Gimbal.
24.
Okay. Rio. Oh, sorry. Brooke.
19.
19. Dash.
38.
Yeah, nice. All right.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure, go ahead.
So I have the Become Darkness Eldritch Invocation. Can I say I do that now too?
Yeah, what does that do?
It's I use an action to become invisible until my next movement or action.
And
Or
that's
is
just
Yeah.
until your
Nice.
next action.
More movements,
Yeah.
yeah.
That'll
Is-
definitely work in this situation.
Okay.
Yep, so you are invisible next to the wall.
It gives advantage on that stealth roll.
And 15 minutes pass. Go ahead and make a perception check. Whoever's looking.
20. 30.
Nothing.
I got a 1. No, a 3.
Got it.
2.
19.
Got it.
We're only 20s or 19s.
No real change. You don't hear kind of the approaching anything or any animals at that point. You don't hear Dream either. Where is she? She's gone.
She has become darkness.
Next 15 minutes, go ahead and roll perception.
I was watching.
21.
11.
Okay.
Campaign? No, 12. +20.
Dream, are you rolling perception?
I think she's muted.
5.
Oh, there she is.
Okay. Rhea, are you rolling?
Yeah, I got a 17.
Okay. What's everyone's passive perception?
Not a lot.
11.
15.
Okay. So as you're looking there, watching intently at the trap or at the door, back to the trap, back to the door,
No.
you see who has the highest passive perception?
17.
I think Dash.
How do I get that again?
Your perception modifier?
I'm sorry, it's just a perception modifier?
And plus your perception modifier.
So,
I'm sorry, what is it?
It's so 10 plus whatever your perception modifier is.
Yeah.
11. So I think 17 is probably our highest.
11.
Okay. So Hank, Dash. I gotta be better at that.
It's hard.
You look to the trap, back to the door, back to the trap, back to the door, and you see this bright blue light at this point here, kind of overpowering. You know this before. You've seen something similar to this before. Someone's activating some kind of magic on a seal next to the wall. And as you see this, as you're looking and about to tell your companions, you hear a and a as a giant boulder blocks the entrance and
What? No!
and behind you, Gimbal, you hear the same kind of explosion and rock crumbling down. As you look over to investigate what it was, you see a large creature, blue in skin, kind of look over towards its cave at you, has a deer in its mouth and is currently eating, and sets it down and roars. You see kind of spittle coming out of its mouth as it walks up, and
Fireball!
as you're about to say something or cast a spell, you see another one appear this way. And that's where we're at for the night, guys.
No! 2 of them? Jesus Christ!
Oh, no.
Do they look like Onis?
They do not.
They are definitely trolls.
Yes. They are definitely
Good thing
trolls.
we brought Gimbal, and we know to set them on fire.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to take a quick 30-minute break or so, then we'll be back for Chronicles of Darkness. And thank you so much again for watching. I know I repeated that, and we'll come with the tagline eventually.
Eventually.